Hi, I'm Peter Cannon. As a young man, I earned a Bachelor of Science degree in zoology from Brigham Young University. I was fascinated by what I learned about the scientific method and the theory of evolution as proposed by Charles Darwin. In 2010, I was elected to a 4-year term on the Davis District School Board by the 20,000 registered voters in District 3. The Davis School District is the second largest school district in Utah. I firmly believe we should teach our children the full truth about Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, according to all the facts at hand. Unfortunately, many facts which speak against Darwin's theory of evolution are omitted from our high school biology textbooks. On the other hand, a number of elements needed to support the theory are proposed or suggested without firm evidence. Dr. Carl Werner, in his book, Evolution, the Grand Experiment, Volume 1, describes in detail several huge scientific holes in the theory of evolution. Among them are the fact that scientists and museum curators who believe in Darwinism admit that despite hundreds of millions of fossils being found since Darwin's time, we have found no fossils of the common ancestors of any of the animal or plant groups. Dr. Werner also describes in minute detail the statistical impossibility of the simplest form of life randomly and spontaneously coming together at once, given what we know about the chemical structure of DNA, RNA, and proteins. He also cites the vast number of species which arose in the fossil record during the limited time of the Cambrian geological period, while the theory of evolution predicts a consistent amount of evolution during all periods of time. Please, do not assume that I want to stop the teaching of the theory of evolution in our public schools. The theory is widely accepted and used in the scientific world, and it must be understood by well-educated students. But we do our youth a disservice when we fail to teach them the facts that cast serious doubt on the theory. Teaching them about these gaps in knowledge would challenge them to truly follow all existing evidence to find a more complete explanation of the origin and variety of life on the earth. When I earned my bachelor's degree in zoology, we were taught that scientists in the past had been so closed-minded that they had persisted in believing such falsehoods as the earth is flat, or the earth is the center of the universe, or spontaneous generation explains the origin of life, or man can never fly. I naively believed the closed-mindedness of scientists was past, and modern scientists and educators were now willing to fully consider all available evidence. I have become sorely disappointed as I have attempted to obtain permission for Dr. Werner's research to be made available in our public schools. The Davis School District Curriculum Department has refused to accept the book without approval by the Utah State Office of Education. The state office, in turn, would only approve the book if a committee headed by Dr. Richard R. Tolman of the Biology Department of Utah Valley University gave its approval. Dr. Tolman reviewed the book and wrote a detailed rejection of it. He never stated why he disagreed with the scientific facts stated in Dr. Werner's book. His complaint was that the book violated separation of church and state laws. I found this very interesting because out of all the scientists interviewed, only one was a creationist. All the rest were Darwinists. I believe the facts can speak for themselves. I was so impressed with the research and documentation in Dr. Werner's book that I have wondered why the education and scientific community is so adamant in its rejection. Why would they oppose informing children of questions about a theory when the questions are supported by clear facts? I don't know for certain, but it feels to me like Dr. Werner is being treated like those who questioned established scientific views in past centuries. If the authorities who join in rejecting and teaching his findings were to adopt or even allow consideration of his views, they would lose status and authority in their fields. This could result in loss of consideration for government and private research grants, rejection by their learning establishment, difficulty in getting research published, or even lawsuits based on the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment to the Constitution. They would have much to lose and only little to gain by helping our children to consider all aspects of the theory of evolution. Although I have never spoken to Dr. Carl Werner, and he certainly has never asked for my endorsement, I suggest you expose your high school age children to his book, Evolution, The Grand Experiment, Volume 1. It is easy to read and contains many beautiful photographs and clear illustrations. Thank you.